And the D is
Fire!
Gypsy Rose Blanchard, who served 8 years for a second-degree murder sentence, is set to become a social media influencer and reality star.
Do you have any plans?
Lots of them.
Within days of her release from jail, Gypsy has amassed a following of more than 12 million across TikTok and Instagram.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Her first selfie, posted the night of her release, received hundreds of comments.
How many men wrote to you wanting to date you while you were in prison?
Hit her with it.
Over 250.
So what about Ryan made him the one? What was different about Ryan?
During her incarceration, Gypsy, now 32, married Ryan Anderson after 2 years of communicating through letters.
Hey, baby. I'm driving right now. We're driving to Chillicothe to come get you. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Oh, it feels so weird being in a car.
Ryan has faced scrutiny from the public, with some suggesting Gypsy could do better and labeling him as creepy.
And I hit the block button. I'm like, block.
In a bold move, Gypsy publicly defended her husband by praising his intimate prowess. They're jealous because you're rocking my world every night. Yeah, I said it. The D is fire. Happy wife, happy life.
I'm gonna come to his defense. He's my man. Like, that's what wives do.
The couple are now planning a Disney-themed wedding to make up for the modest ceremony they had to settle for while she was still behind bars.
We're being intimate for the first time, so the spark is plenty alive.
Gypsy had captured her first days of freedom in an unscripted series. The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a 3-part documentary that follows Gypsy's struggle to adjust to life as a free woman.
I am so sick and tired of talking about my past. I am ready to talk about the future and what's ahead.
Her massive surge in popularity is drawing criticism as well, with people questioning whether it's justified or not.
I think Gypsy Rose is a sociopath.
Am I the only one noticing the mass manipulation that's going on right now? Am I the only one that sees Gypsy Rose's red flags?
I call bullshit on everything Gypsy Rose Blanchard has said.
It's always in my comments. Like, why are we glorifying a murderer and this and that and the other? Not the one that committed the act of the kill. So, I'm a part of it. Technically, they couldn't charge me with accessory because that charge doesn't exist.
And despite criticism regarding her monetization of her story, Gypsy's influence continues to grow. The audience she has gathered could translate into millions in earnings just this year. Marketing experts predict that she could earn up to $100,000 per social media post. Gypsy Rose is known as the victim in one of the highest profile cases of Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Her mother Dee Dee falsely claimed Gypsy suffered from multiple terminal illnesses. She shaved her head, fed her strong medicines, and forced her into a wheelchair. All while Gypsy was, in fact, perfectly healthy.
I think it was a blessing in disguise. It took something like a hurricane to make us have a happy ending.
The first time I tried to run away, she chained me to the bed.
Gypsy escaped from her mother's control in 2015 when she convinced her online boyfriend to murder her. Nicholas Godjohn, who carried out the murder, was defended by his lawyers, saying he was in love with Gypsy and coerced into doing her bidding.
From the first step I walked into the house, I knew there was no coming back. The darker part of me was also in love with the darker part of her.
He was jailed for life in 2019 for first-degree murder, leaving Gypsy to begin her new life outside the confines of prison.
Do you have any empathy for him being in prison and what he has gone through?
I hope that whatever he does with his future, because he is spending the rest of his life in prison, I acknowledge that I am the reason for that. However, I don't feel either that it's a sympathetic type of situation. He has these dark fantasies. He wanted to do it. It was a fantasy he lived out, and he's paying the consequences for that.